I'm Lisa Kelly.
And I'm Joel Grimm.
We would like to welcome you to the BeaverWorks Summer Institute final event. Thank you to all the students and instructors for their hard work and dedication to making BWSI 2021 great.
I really especially want to call out all our instructional staff and TAs. They've done an absolutely terrific job working hard, bringing content through this virtual format for every one of our students that are participating this year and participating today. So I hope you all appreciate it, and certainly make sure you let your staff, the TAs and instructional staff know that they've done a great job, and send them a thank you, because it's because of them we're all here today to looking at your great projects. So back over to you, Lisa.
Now we're going to hear from the director of BWSI, Dr. Bob Shin.
We're looking forward for a great show, and let's get started.
Good morning. Today is the last day of the program. Can you believe it? I cannot believe that 4 weeks have gone by. It seems only yesterday we welcomed you to our program. Do you remember your first day? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Let's have fun today. What is BeaverWorks? BeaverWorks is research and innovation through project-based learning at its best. It's MIT students and faculty, Lincoln Laboratory staff, and industry partners, engineers, working together on challenging real-world problems and coming up with innovative solutions. It's about MIT students, giving them one heck of an experience which will stay with them forever. They often describe their experience as transformational. Afterwards, they feel they can do anything because they can. What is BeaverWorks Summer Institute? It's about giving the same transformational experience to high school students. About 6 years ago, a colleague of mine challenged me. BeaverWorks is a great program, but it is limited to MIT students. What about all the other students around the world? In a typical MIT fashion, we came up with a concept and prototyped it to validate our assumptions. We reformulated the problem statement. If you are the best engineering student in your high school, what do you do during summer? We decided to come up with the best summer program for the best engineering students in high schools around the country. And this is what we came up with. Just look at you. You are the future, and our future is bright. Do you think this is the best summer program for high school engineering students? Do you think there are others who would like to attend a program like this? There are over 37,000 high schools around the country, and there are approximately 15 million high school students in the country. Do you think some of them would love to attend a program like this next summer? What can we do about it? How can we scale up this program so that this opportunity is available to all? One approach is to offer this program as a part of high school curriculum. Also, wouldn't it be great if there was a similar program in every state? How can we realize our vision? That will be up to you. When you return to your school this fall, you should think about that question. One thing you can do is to start a club and mentor next generation of engineers at your school. But that's for tomorrow. Today is all about you. Today is all about you, every one of you, becoming a cool-looking Beaver baller. I officially declare that you are all Beaver ballers starting today. Let's get started. Let's have fun. What is BeaverWorks?
Next, we're going to hear from a true friend of BeaverWorks. He is our academic director, as well as the director for the Laboratory of Information and Decision Systems here at MIT. Now I would like to introduce Professor Sertac Karaman.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the BeaverWorks Summer Institute final event. My name is Sertac Karaman. I'm a professor at MIT. And in this event, you'll see some of our students present their final projects. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our program to get you started, and then I'll transfer it to my colleagues who will tell you more about the program and what our students have accomplished. To get started, I'd like to first tell you that our program was actually created way back in 2016, now about 5 years ago. At that time, we have started with only one course, and that was the autonomous racing course. Now you're seeing here a short video of that course, the final event of that course, where small vehicles are running fully autonomously, programmed by high school students. You can see myself and our staff running around with huge excitement to see our students complete the software that can then run through this track. And so, as you can imagine, we were very excited at that time to put together our first course that led to many other things, many other new courses and programs for our students. In 2016, we just had 46 students in the program. They were able to come to MIT for a period of 4 weeks and spend all of those 4 weeks on MIT's campus, learning how to develop autonomous vehicles and implement their solutions on a small-scale autonomous car. The following year, we've grown our program to about 100 students, 98 students to be specific. In 2017, they came to MIT for the same period of time, and they participated in 3 different courses. One of them is the autonomous racing, another one is on building autonomous drones, and a third one on putting artificial intelligence in a number of different places. In 2018, we doubled our program again, this time to about 200 students. And in summer of 2019, we had 250 students visit MIT's campus. And I would say that it was pretty much as MIT's campus could take. They were involved in one of 10 courses or 9 courses, depending on how you count it. And all of them were able to complete these courses and demonstrate a hands-on project at the end. Among these courses were the autonomous Grand Prix, as well as the vehicle racing and the cognitive assistant course, as I told you, which would allow you to put AI into multiple different domains, as well as many others. For example, building a 3D printer or building a CubeSat, working with radar elements on a vehicle, and so on. And as you can see, up until 2019, all of our courses are actually inspired by courses at MIT, which I'll tell you more about, as well as our research at MIT. And they are all on emerging technologies, whether that is autonomous vehicles or drones or AI or radar or 3D printing or satellites and so on. And all of them allow our students to put their hands into these elements and actually build something that they can demonstrate at the end. As you can imagine, when we hit 2020 with the pandemic, we had to do our courses virtually. Yet that didn't stop us from limiting any one of the hands-on experience. Actually, for some of the students, we were able to send out kits that the students could work on at their homes and build their projects through these kits. We were still able to offer 8 courses as they're listed here. And we did something similar in this year's program. We actually had the most amount of students we ever had. They all participated virtually, and they were able to demonstrate, they were able to participate in a number of classes. And we had some new ones, for example, on cybersecurity and so on, and some of the ones that we've been running from autonomous racing to satellites. And today they'll show you some of the things that they've been working on in some of their projects in this final event. I'd like to note that we've also done over time a number of courses in a different set of settings. For example, we've done a course for girls only. We've done both high school and middle school version of it. And we combined the two of them. Here you can see some middle school students wearing cones that we use for their cars to avoid. And also we've kind of started a full middle school program for the summer for a mix of students who had come for the first time in 2019. I'd like to say that all of these courses that the students took here as high schoolers are actually, many of them are actually based on existing MIT classes. For example, we have a robotics course at MIT that really uses pretty much the same platform that the students use in this class and demonstrates pretty much the same set of capabilities that they will do in the labs and the projects. Except, maybe our course in undergraduate is a bit, maybe dives a little deeper, maybe is a bit more rigorous, but covers the same sort of material. So I'm saying this to you because I'd like to just emphasize that our students have been working very hard at high school, essentially doing in a fast-paced manner a college course that we would offer at MIT, and then on top of that, doing a hands-on project. With that, I'd like to welcome you again to the BeaverWorks Summer Institute final event, and I really hope that you will enjoy this. Thank you for participating.
So that was great. Thank you very much, Sertac. Thank you, Bob. I just have a couple of logistics kind of questions and comments for you too. The session 1, which includes Build a CubeSat, serious games, CogWorks, remote sensing for disaster response, assistive technology, analytics, as well as playbacks from our Huntsville race car program and the playbacks from our international teams. They will be playing starting at 10:30. So students should be getting ready for that, those students in those sessions. If you're not in those sessions, you can watch the webcast and cheer on your other people in BWSI. That is the ideal thing to do, is if you're not in a session and you're not prepping for a session, please watch the webcast and you can add comments. Every tab, every course has a Slido tab you'll see to the right of the video. And in fact, I want to point out that the Slido tab on the main stage, one where you're looking right to my right, actually has a poll enabled. And I would love to have everybody add to that poll. We're going to generate a word cloud, and that word cloud will be unique to this class. And it's the one thing that this whole class can create together, is that word cloud. So I'm hoping that you all add something about your experience for BWSI and add a word to that poll. So with that, I also want to point out that during the break here for the next few minutes, we will be playing some videos. We have student testimonial videos that we put together from some of the videos that the students have submitted. It's just great to see them, to see you students, the students speak about their experience and tell us what they're thinking. So in between each of the sessions, we do have videos like that playing. In particular, I really want to point out that there's an alumni spotlight after the second session. And I think that one's really neat to watch, because for all of you that are going to shortly become alumni, it's time to think about coming back and hoping to teach at BWSI. So with that, I think we're going to let MIT Video Productions get ready to play back some of the student testimonials. And then we'll be bouncing in and seeing you during session 1. And don't forget to hit that poll on the main stage. Thanks, everyone.